And good evening, everybody. Welcome to another Sunday night race in RPR. I am your commentator, RL Cairo, and tonight we are at Imola. After a fantastic round 3 at Brazil last week, I'm hoping for the exact same expectations as last week. We'll see how the drivers could do tonight. And with Imola being kind of a difficult track, hopefully, fingers crossed, the weather's going to be nice to us as well. But then again, sometimes it does rain in Imola, so we'll see how things go tonight. As we see a couple of drivers on the way out. So it looks like we've got Anru and Darragh. That's on their way out as well. Snipes is also on his way out. Who else have we got? We got an Alpine coming out, so that could be GCC for the Alpine. I think we have a Mercedes on its way out as well. So yeah, it's going to be fun to see what sort of strategies and lap times that we'll see from the drivers. So we'll see exactly how things go. But let's talk a little while we wait for a few drivers to set their laps. Anru will be the first one to set the pace for the rest of the drivers as well. So let's talk about last week. So last week was Brazil. We did see some exceptional racing from everybody last week, especially in the sprint race. The sprint race was great to start off with, and to see everybody roughly close to each other, less than a tenth between. I think at the start there was like less than a tenth between the top 7. We did kind of have a safety car, which luckily didn't come out stay out for too long. Darragh was playing there was a little bit of a mind games going off between Darragh and Lattice, but apart from that, going on to the main race itself, there was still a lot of close driving. So if any of you didn't catch any of that stream, Darragh goes fastest with a 1:13.9. So like I say, if no one caught up with that stream, They are our highlights up over on the RPR YouTube channel. Would be appreciated and a lot of help for you to go and watch some of those highlights from that race last week. Like I say, top 5, top 7 was close by no more than a 10th at least. I think there was only probably a minimum of maybe 2 safety cars. But I'm sure that whatever it takes, and obviously if you do watch it, I think that could be possibly potentially one of the best races I've seen. And to do comms on as well. There is others, but we'll see how we go for the remainder of this season. So let's quickly then just run through a few of the times. I believe there's a couple of new drivers that's joining us tonight. So TF10 is fastest at the moment with a 1:13.6. Snipes is second, Darrow's third, Jack Jones is fourth with a 1:14. Andrew fifth with a 1:14 as well. Ben also back as well with a 1:14. Kyle's also back as well. Almighty Evan with a 1:16. GCC is also back in as well. He's in 9th. Jairon is in 10th, but is up on his time in the first sector. Let's have a look. So Scotty then starting his lap as well. Mr. Cole also starting his lap as well. Who else have we got going? So Stewie and Ken are still in the pits. Ken's also back racing with us as well, so it's good to see Ken. And then El Stefano's just gone over the line with a 1:17.1. So let's quickly carry on watching Scotty then as he comes through the final sector. So hoping, like I say, the weather's going to be nice to us. Hopefully, fingers crossed, there will be a dry race, but it's Imola, so it does usually rain, but we'll have to wait and see. So Scotty puts himself up to 7th with a 1:15.7. Mr. Cole with a 1:18.6. Still going as well. So we'll keep an eye on Mr. Cole. Stu is also out. So Ken is out as well. So we roughly have 9.5 minutes to go. Snipes comes back out for another lap. Jack Jones also comes back out for another lap. So does Andrew. Andrew's just about to cross over the line and start his second in lap, so we'll keep an eye on that. But like I said, I do believe if like I said, we'll see how things go at the moment. Not sure who that was. Is it that was Almighty, but Almighty was going in the pits then. So let's ride off board with Stewie. We'll see what sort of lap time Stewie can pump in. And then we'll keep an eye on Ken as well. We'll see what sort of lap time Ken can do. As well, a lot of other drivers will be coming out. Maybe to go that little bit quicker to see what they can do. But there's a few drivers up in front of Stewie. But they do come out of the way for him. His teammate as well anyway. Stewie comes around the last few corners. Up and over the line. Up to P5 for Stewie with a 1:14.3. Let's just have a look then to see where Ken is. Ken's coming in through sector 2 now. But what a track Imola is. It's a very I'd say it's a very fast flowing track, but Ken just invalidates going over the little chicane there. That little chicane is quite difficult if you get it wrong. So Ken does invalidate his second lap there as well, but as we just see, Snipes does go fastest and not by a lot neither. So currently at the moment, top 6 are currently separated by just under a second. Jack Jones is retired. So where's that? Is Snipes coming up? Snipes is coming up, but we just missed it. So Jack might have lost it going into that little chicane, that little into this little fast right section. Could have lost it there just a little bit, but Lattice is up by a second on his time. Let's see what sort of lap time then. Lattice can do a little bit of a yellow flag in sector 3, but hopefully isn't too much hampered as Lattice does a 1:14.0. So good luck there by Lattice. So Snipes with a 1:13, TF10 with a 1:13.6 as well, Darragh with a 1:13.7, Lattice with a 1:14.0, Jack Jones with a 1:14.0, Stewie with a 1:14.3, Ben just pops himself up with a 1:14.4, Andrew with a 1:14 as well. Scotty comes into the pits 1:15, 1:16 for Kyle. Almighty's back out again, so we'll keep an eye on Almighty to see where he pops up. El Stefano's on a slowing lap. Ken's retired from the session and left, but let's hope Ken can get himself back in. Mr. Cole is a 10th up on his time, so we'll see what Mr. Cole can do. Snipes is retired in the pits as well, so it isn't opting to come back out. So we've got another just under 3.5 minutes to go for this short qualifying session. So Giron's also out on doing his time as well. And Mr. Cole puts himself up into P10 with a 1:15.9. So both our Haas drivers have come back out. Let's have a look at Giron's on another slow lap, so I think he's just warming his tyres up. Comes back in. Almighty's half a second up on his current time. So let's just stay on with Almighty Evan. Yellow flag in sector 1, but that's okay. I think it's just TF10 going through. El Stefano has retired in the pits. Kyle's retired in the pits as well. And Almighty comes over the line up to P9, sorry, with a 1:15.1. So then, Mr. Scotty on his fast lap as well. Almighty is on a cooldown lap by the looks of it. Andrew started his as well. So roughly a few drivers are still coming back out. There's 1 minute and 20 to go. Let's hope some of the drivers will get round. GCC is also back out as well. So then let's watch TF10 as they start there in lap. See if he can pinch that P1 position from Snipes. He's up by a few hundredths. They're still going that little bit quicker. So Darragh started his lap as well. So we'll keep an eye on a few of all the other drivers as well that is out. We'll see how things goes. Up by 10th now, TF10 is. So let's see if TF10 can get a nice exit coming out of the last corner. Gets a beautiful exit out of the last two corners and comes over the line with a 1:13.4. So great lap there by TF10. Darragh's up by 10th as well. Still up by 10th, Darragh, so Darragh's got to have a good sector now coming into sector 3. Nice entry and exit for Darragh. Oh, just goes over the line there for Darragh. So unlucky there for Darragh, just runs a little bit wide. Coming out of the last couple of corners of that lattice. Andrew's invalidated. Nice entry and exit there for lattice. Up and over the line. 13.9 for lattice. So into the 13 zone for lattice. Stewie with a 1:13.8 puts himself up to P5. So that is then your short qualifying pretty much over. Just waiting for a couple of drivers to get into their pit box, but what a fantastic qualifying session we've had then. Up to now, just leading into the main race, which I think, well, I'm not going to say I think, I know that it's going to be another fantastic race. So, here we go then. End of short qualifying. Drivers showing their pace, as we always see. So, TF10 takes pole position by 300ths of a second. Snipes in second, Darragh in third, Andrew in fourth, Stewie in fifth, Lattice sixth, Jack Jones down to seventh, Ben in eighth, Sharon in ninth, Almighty in 10th, Scotty 11th, Mr. Carl in 12th, Kyle in 13th, El Stefano 14th, GCC in 15th, and Ken in 16th without a set on the lap. So, could we see, or what are we going to see within the race of this event? We'll have to wait and see. And it looks cloudy. There's no rain. I don't see any yet. But we'll see if there will be any rain within the remainder of this race. It could come possibly potentially halfway through the race. It could come in first couple of laps. But we'll have to wait and see. So just waiting for the drivers to get the setups on, get their tyre strategies going, and we'll go through formation lap with the drivers. To see what happens. So let's have a look at some of, let's quickly have a look at the tyre strategy, see what we've got then. So $12 drivers are on the hot, I nearly said soft tyres then. 12 drivers are so 12 drivers are on the hard tyres and 4 drivers are on the mediums. So, are we predicted to potentially then, if this is the tyre strategies the drivers have chosen and gone for, does this mean that we could potentially see some rain? I think we could. Like I said, the clouds look a little bit, it looks a bit overcast, track looks a bit dull, but I don't know. We've got 32 laps of this race. So, we'll have to see what happens. I will also say as well, if there is some of the drivers listening, be careful going into turn 1. Race is not won by the first lap. So, obviously, like we say, every driver in here, good luck, have a clean race, put on a show for people that will watch, and I'm sure we will get to see some fantastic racing, as we always get to see. Let's hope it can be another fantastic race like it was last week in Brazil. So we're just waiting for everybody to line up them, get themselves ready, and we will eventually get. Now, what's happened here? So, Jack Jones has already gone on the track. We've had no lights. I'm stumped. I don't know what's happening here. Is this sort of a glitch that's going off? So we'll see if Jack lines back up. But I've never seen this before. So then, that was might need a restart, I think. I think we might need a restart. So, we are going to have a restart. Lights, obviously, have not gone out. Something happened. So, sorry about that. But we will see. We will get back underway for the race. So just give us roughly 2 minutes and we will get back to the race and we'll get back into the lobby. So be back in roughly a few minutes, guys. So don't go anywhere. And I've just had our first comment in, and it's my personal favourite, well, my personal friend. Also, that is DXC. I also do comms with him as well. Ferry, mate, it's not going too well at the moment. We've had to have a sort of a restart. Something kind of happened and kind of went, wouldn't say wrong, but kind of sort of there was a little bit of a lag issue going off. I wouldn't say a lag issue. I'd probably just say that it was a little bit of I don't know, something happened within the formation. Like one of the drivers went back round the track without the lights going out, and then kind of went to line back up on the formation lap and crashed into the back of someone. So, but fingers crossed, depending what happens and how things go when we reset back up, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But thanks for joining in the stream and watching over me. Hopefully, if you stick around, you'll see a good race again. Possibly, mate. Yeah, might be that as well, mate. Like I say, it was a little bit. It looked a little bit weird. Obviously, it's never happened before. Never seen anything like that happen before, neither. So, yeah, we'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see if what happens if formation lap will get put back on again, or if it'll get taken off. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But we've got a few, like I say, we've got a few new drivers in. I'm hoping tonight's race is going to be the same as it was last week at Brazil, because Brazil was an absolute fantastic race last week. So, fingers crossed, I'm expecting it to be the same. But yeah, we'll have to see, mate. We'll have to see. We'll see what happens. Well, hopefully, like I say, if you do stick around, mate, I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, we'll go from there and see what happens. I know what I'll do as well, actually. While I'm here. think that is everyone. I think. I'm not sure if we're missing anybody. No, Henry's just got to select his car, and then we'll be potentially all ready to go. And welcome back again, everybody. So we are back again after a little restart. Formation lapse off. Obviously, we don't think that was the problem. But like I say, we'll wait for the drivers again to set up, put their setups on, and stick with the same tyres that they had on. And then we will get underway and drivers, good luck. Obviously take your time going into turn one. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Lights are out, and we are underway for the restart of RPR at Imola round 4. And it looks like we've got a few positions moving up. Snipes and Skyline going wheel to wheel into turn 1. We've got a few drivers going off already. tumbling down. Got a yellow flag. Oh, we've got a lot of drivers coming off here. Lattice gets into a little bit of a and I think he got into some contact going into turn 1, but here's your predictor strategies: mediums to hards or soft medium if you want to do a 2-stop. So Skyline's in first, Snipe second, Darrig third, Lattice down all the way to the back of the grid. So we'll see what sort of moves Lattice can do. We've got another yellow flag at the back, and it's Mr. Cole. Mr. Cole's had an incident with a driver as well. So let's go back up to the top then. Everybody is getting into the rhythm. Nice little drag race going off at the moment. DRS is not enabled for another lap yet. Snipes looking to get a move done on Skyline going into turn 1. Who's going to be the one to get there first? It looks like Snipes has a little bit of wheel banging between each driver, but Snipes looks like he gets the best of that. So Snipes up into P1 again. Skyline though still behind him. Yellow flag in sector 1. Well, hopefully that shouldn't affect anything. Darrig's still going in third. He's got his teammate Jack behind him as well. Stewie's also there as well. So everybody's closer together again. Andrew's in this mix. Darrig's looking to try and make a move around the outside of Skyline, but doesn't make the move yet. So Skyline, Darrig, Jack, Stewie and Andrew all close together. J-Ron's also there, slightly a little bit behind. Almighty already picks himself up a 3-second time penalty. So Almighty is the first driver there to get the penalty. Then Scotty's behind Almighty as well. So Scotty try and make a move on Almighty. Snipes sets the fastest lap of the race, but then Andrew gets the fastest lap of the race as well. Andrew looking to make a move on Stewie, gets the move done. Almighty's already retired in the pit, so that's one driver we've lost already. So not sure if there was contact there for Almighty. El Stefano's also retired as well. So that's 2 drivers that we've lost as well. DRS is enabled this lap, but we've still got drivers closely together. Skyline close to Snipes. Darrig's there, still getting there as well. Still within the mix. But Snipes and Skyline really close. Kyle, 3-second time penalty then for Kyle. So now that does bring the only driver now with a penalty for... Oh, El Stefano says he's forgot his setup. So El Stefano forgot to put his setup on. It's not what I expected there from El Stefano. Andrew again with the fastest lap of the race. It looks like the sun is coming out, so it looks like we're not going to have any rain. Snipes takes the lead. Skyline takes the lead from Snipes there again then, so it is back to the way it was at the start, with Skyline in first, Snipes in second, Darrig in third. Jack Jones in fourth there as well then. So everybody's still going. Ben and J-Ron going. And J-Ron's had a little coming together there then, I think. Doesn't lose any damage. Drops down an extra 2 places then. Stewie's lost 1 place. Jack Jones at the moment up by 3 places. Kyle's up 3 places as well. So we've still got potentially a good race again on our hands tonight. Darrig and his teammate are pretty close together as well. Snipes is not letting Skyline pull away too easily. So like I say, let's hope there are. So they've all got the tyres on from the previous lobby. Skyline sets the fastest lap of the race then. Scotty picks himself up a 3-second time penalty there. Hits the bollard. Still got the bollard underneath his car. Disappeared now. So Lattice in the pits. GCC also still going. Mr. Carl's still going as well. So jump back up to the top then. So we've got 6 drivers at the moment still pretty close together. This is what we like to see. Looks like we're still having every driver again closest together, but we'll see what happens going on further through. So we've got roughly a DRS train going from, and it looks like I didn't even see, again, missing out on things. Snipes gets the lead from Skyline. El Stefano, welcome in, mate. Welcome in. Thanks for joining. I did see you put that in your little message in Discord about you forgot to put your setup on. That's not your fault, obviously. It happens. So Skyline then makes the move on Snipes with the DRS into turn 1. So Skyline back up to P1 again. So at the moment, only the top 2 are changing. Yep. I will agree on that. I will say this, and I will own up to it. I have done it myself before as well, and I've just kept on with the basic setup. Sometimes it has worked, sometimes it hasn't. But that's really unfortunate, El Stefano, mate. Obviously, like I say, not your fault. It happens. It happens to the best of us when we forget our setups. Andrew picks up a 3-second time penalty as well. So that's 3 drivers up to now with a 3-second penalty. Now, can Jack's still looking to try and get past his teammate of Darragh. And yeah, I agree with that. You can't run too much of a low downforce around this track, and I'm sure if Ferret is still watching, he will agree with me as well. Snipes is looking to go into turn 1 and 2, gets the lead there from Skyline. It looked like Jack was looking to make a move on his teammate as well, but Darragh kindly shut the door on his teammate. So now the top 4 are slowly crawling away from Andrew, but Andrew and Stewie are still there, so we've still got the top 6 quite close together. So roughly there's a 3-second gap from Stewie to his teammate Ben. But what a fantastic race we've got going on so far between the top 4. Is there anybody else? So GCC is close to Mr. Carl, so we'll keep an eye on that as well. But we've still got this battle going on between the top 6, but it looks like they're kind of getting a gap built up then. So the top 3 are looking to try and build a gap away from the rest of the pack. Snipes again round the outside. Snipes Skyline round the outside of Snipes. Snipes down to P2. Skyline up to P1. Darragh again was looking there to try and get a move done. We've got Andrew looking on the back of the heels of Captain Jack. Of Jack Jones, sorry. Wait, yeah, it is Captain Jack Jones. I didn't see the CPI there. But Jack is trying to defend that P4 position from Andrew. A little bit wide there from Snipes. Loses a bit, doesn't lose too much time to Skyline. But Snipes does have Darragh hot on his heels. So a little bit of a gap then has emerged between the top 3. Well, from the top 6. 1.2 seconds. So can Jack Jones try and pull that gap back, get back up to the top 3, and bring Andrew and Stewie with him as well? So can Derek then try and make a move? GCC is out, and we have our first. Oh, that was so unlucky there for the drivers there. So Andrew, do not hit the safety car. 5-second penalty for Kyle for speeding in the pit lane. So the drivers now then will come through. We'll have to go through a little bit of a delta, not go over it. So Ben, Scotty, Kyle, Jaron, Mr. Carl are all in the pits. So will there be... I don't think it'll happen though, but is there going to be anybody from the top 6 and then the top 6 alone? Will any of them pit? Or will they sort of carry on? Oh, so Skyline's opted to pit. So is Snipes. So is Derek. And Jack. Andrew's also pitted. Stewie's also pitted as well. Ken's also pitted as well. So the top 7, 3-second time penalty for Kyle. So the top 7 have pitted. And Andrew and Jack and Ken have actually jumped. Jack Jones and Ken have actually jumped Andrew in the pits. So, and Ben's just jumped Andrew as well. So Ben is up, but at the moment, Ken has made 10 positions up at the moment. So, I think with the way that these drivers are going, there is going to be... Now, what tyres did Jack start on? Let's have a look. So Jack started on the mediums. So Jack's now opted for a set of hard compound tyres. So Jack is looking again then to go to the end of the race. Snipe, Skyline, Darrig, Ken, Andrew. So I think some of them are going to be looking to actually go and go to the end. We've lost GCC as well. I think that was a retirement in the pits. So we're just going to wait for Mr. Carl and Lattice to catch up with the back of the pack. So we are going to see a few, another lap or so with the safety car for those drivers to get back up and catch back up with everybody. So that it looks like we are going to see maybe a few more positions swapping over. Maybe a lot more close racing again. So Lattice then, and can call back up to the pike. So hopefully safety car will be in this lap. So safety car is now in this lap then. So Skyline is effectively now the lead safety car. So Skyline will be the one to decide when the best time for him will be to go. He actually goes now. Safety car peels into the pits. He's got a jump on Snipes. So what a start there from Skyline. As he gets the jump, on Snipes. Got Snipes sleeping a little bit there. So DRS isn't going to be open for another 2 laps. Andrew gets a move done on Ben into turn 1 and 2. So good move there by Andrew. But what a start then from a restart from Skyline. Gets the jump on Snipes as well, like I said. But is now going to... Snipes has got to try and get that gap closed up again. DRS will not be activated again for another 2 laps. So we are going to see everybody sort of bundled up for the first few laps. We'll see what happens, see what goes off during the rest of the race, and we'll see if there's going to be any swapping and changing over. Darrig is a little bit closer now to Snipes as well. So everybody is looking. Darrig sets the fastest lap of the race with a 1:16.3. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3, but it doesn't affect anything. Andrew gets a move done on Ken, so Andrew is looking pretty quick in that hash. I think Ben got a move done on Scotty as well, or it was the other way around. Scotty moved on Lattice, but the top 3 are still effectively in the same places. Haven't moved around as much. Stewie makes up 1 place. Jack up 2 places. Andrew down 2 places. Obviously got jumped by some of the drivers in the pits. Ken up 9 places. Ben is in 8th place where he started. Jack runs a little bit wide there coming out of that chicane, but it doesn't affect it too much. Andrew's on right on the back of Jack now. DRS has now enabled this lap. Is Andrew going to make a move? Stewie, Snipes doesn't opt to make the move. Let's just have a look. So Jack still keeps Andrew behind him. So nice defensive there from Jack then to keep Andrew behind him. Darrag's got Stewie also closing up onto the back of him as well. Lattice 3-second time penalty for Lattice's first penalty. I think there's a first few penalties for a couple of drivers. Kyle's got 11 seconds. Obviously did get the pit lane speed as Stewie. Did Stewie run wide there? Stewie ran a little bit wide there, but doesn't lose too much time to Darragh. So the top three again, still within distance of each of the top 7 actually, are only separated by 4 tenths at the moment. Scotty and Lattice and Jayron are also in a battle of their own. But let's just quickly jump up to the top. Snipes again looking to try and make a move on Skyline into turn 1 and 2. Doesn't opt to make the move yet. Scotty and Lattice making moves on each other. Scotty's looking to go around the outside, a little bit tight. Lattice there shuts the door on Scotty then. Andrew gets around the outside of Jack. What a nice move there from Andrew, just caught that. So nice move there from Andrew on Jack. Yellow flag, Kyle's retired. And we have another safety car. This was looking, again, pretty juicy. Kyle might have got into a bit of a squabble with someone, not really sure. I'm sure he'll probably let us know. And let us know what happened. So, so Skyline and Jack are in the pits. This now gives Snipes the lead of the race. So, what's the tyre choice then? Okay. So, Skyline's gone for a set of softs. Jack's gone for a set of softs. Lattice has also gone for a set of softs. Mr. Cole's also gone for a set of soft as well. Ben's decided for a set of mediums. And Scotty and Jay are on mediums as well. Few little interesting strategies going off here then. So, I think it's going to be close on the tyres. I'm not too sure if the softs are going to last from lap 16. Well, lap 17 shall we say now. I think it's going to be a little bit of a risk. For some of the drivers, I think. But we will kind of see we'll have to see what happens and see how Skyline, Jack, Lattice and Jaron and Mr. Carlo do with the soft tyres. So we'll have to see. Kind of see what happens. Safety car is now in this lap. So Snipes then is effectively now the lead safety car. So will Snipes do what Skyline did? Or will he wait? And Snipes has done it differently, so we are back underway again. Start of lap 18. DRS again will not be enabled for the first 3 laps, but we've got Darrig, Stewie all on the back. Darrig looking to go around the outside, closes the door there on Stewie as Stewie tried to make a move on Darrig. Again, Stewie closing the door on Andrew. Skyline's also there as well on those soft tyres. Ken's also in that mix as well. Everybody's completely close together. Are we going to see? What are we going to see? I can't even see where things are going to happen at the moment. But everybody now pretty quick. Stewie's doing well. Jack picks himself up a 3-second time penalty. Stewie is actually doing pretty well on those hard compound tyres to keep up with everybody else. Does have though the fast approaching Andrew and Skyline. Andrew goes around the outside. Skyline goes around the outside of Stewie, so Stewie loses 2 places to Skyline and Andrew. Skyline and Andrew are absolutely flying. Jack makes a move on Stewie, so that's Jack up to another position. Snipes looking to pull away from Darrig then. Roughly just over 7 tenths in front of Darrig. Andrew up now another place up to P3. Does have Skyline, but goes wide there, runs a little bit wide. Skyline gets up to P3 then. Up to P3 for Jack. And Ken and Lattice going at it as well. Lattice goes round the inside of Ken, gets the move done there. So Ken now down to P8. Ben's also looking to make a move here. Are we going to see anything go through? Wheel to wheel through. Oh, a little bit of contact there between Ken and Ben. So Ken lost out there. Both drivers trying to go through the chicane there. So it looks like there's going to be a little bit of an incident report there. DRS has now enabled this lap. Darrig makes the move on Snipes and for the lead of the race. So Snipes down to P2. Darrig up 2 places now in the lead of the race. Can Darrig now play his mind games like he usually plays? But he does have the fast approaching Red Bull of Skyline on those soft tyres. Are those soft tyres going to last Snipes for another 12 laps? We'll see what will happen there. Jack's also on the back of Skyline as well. So Jack, Skyline on the soft tyres. Kind of pulling away from Andrew a little bit. Everybody's sort of closing back up to each other again. Skyline on the rear of Snipes, doesn't want to make a move yet, but Snipes is on the rear of Darrig as well. So we're going to have a run all the way down to turn 1. We see it looks like Skyline is looking to get a little bit closer on Snipes. 10-second time penalty for Ken for corner cutting. But Darrig there loses 2 places to Snipes and Snipes and Skyline. Skyline 3-second time penalty for Skyline. Jack gets the move done on Snipes as well then. So Jack up to P3. Snipes down to P4. 5-second penalty for Ken speeding in the pit lane. Ken retires. Ken might be, I think Ken might be a little bit frustrated with how things have turned out there. But we've got Scotty and we have a safety car. So, contact between was there any contact between Scotty? I don't know. Skyline in the pits. Darring in the pits. Jack was going to go in the pits but didn't opt to go in the pits. So, this now I think is this. I think now this race is going to turn into a pretty fascinating race now. Everyone's pitted on a set of soft tyres apart from Jack and Andrew. But Andrew is, I think it did say, no, wrong one. Andrew is on 12 lap old hard tire, medium tyres. So, I don't know, we'll have to see. Will Jack and Andrew decide to pit? I don't think they will, because it might. It could potentially cost them. If they was both to pit now, I think they'll lose a lot of places. If they was to pit now. So then, another lap with a safety car. With just under 9 laps to go. This now, I think, for the remainder of these laps, we are going to see potentially something change. I think we are going to see another fantastic race. Right to the end. I think it's gonna go down to the wire. So at the moment, Jack's gained 6 places. So then, Jack is now the lead safety car. He's going to be the one to decide when he's going to pull the pin and when he's going to decide to go. Safety car is in the pits, and Jack pulls the trigger now, and off he goes. Doesn't kind of kept Andrew a little bit asleep, I think, but not by much. Skyline though, and Derek, Snipes, Lattice are all on fresh tyres. So like I say, this could go anywhere. And Skyline up to P2 round the outside of Andrew. Derek round the outside of Andrew. Snipes round the outside of Andrew. So Andrew already capitalising, trying to stay with the rest of the drivers. Loses a few positions with the drivers on the fresh tyres, but Andrew is going to try and stay with the drivers. Loses another position there to Lattice. And we are going to see Derek and Skyline going wheel to wheel. What an exceptional move there from Snipes. Great move there from Snipes going into turn 1 and 2. Through there, gets the move done then. Up to P3 for Snipes. Snipes looking to go up to the inside of Skyline, gets the move done, but Skyline still there. Everybody's still there. There's still wheel to wheel. Skyline up to P2 at the moment. Still wheel to wheel. Scotty picks himself up a 3-second time penalty. Snipes gets the move then and keeps that P2 from Skyline. This is fantastic on what we're seeing again. Everybody is pretty much close to each other. Snipes wants to take the lead of this race. Andrew still keeping up then with the drivers. DRS is now enabled. So no, at the moment, no DRS yet. Sharon gets a move done on Andrew. So Andrew down to P7. Snipes. Is Snipes going to go for a move? No, but we've got Skyline and Snipes at it again. These two drivers are determined to get past and try and get a move done on each other. Andrew and Scotty swapping places over as well. Scotty sticks the move there, I think. Now was that? We've got rain coming. I knew it. We've got rain coming. So here comes the rain then. So the rain is now here. Is this going to affect any of the drivers that are on soft tyres? Everybody's still pretty close together. What are we going to see? I don't think it's going to affect them much, but we'll have to see. Snipes still looking to get that move done on Jack. Skyline and Snipes again looking to make it. Skyline's looking to make that move. Derek's behind Skyline as well. Snipes then looking to go and make the move again. Doesn't opt to do it. Derek and Skyline again going at it. Lattice comes up to the outside of Derek. Snipes gets the move done on Jack. So Snipes now up to P1. Lattice gets by Derek around the outside. This rain isn't coming down quick, so it's just a little drizzle. It's not affecting anybody at the moment. Derek looking to go. I think was looking to make a move there. Doesn't opt to make a move yet though. Snipes pulling away from Jack. Everybody kind of harvesting to deploy some of the energy. Skyline looking to get round Jack. So the rain is coming down that little bit quicker. Who's in the pits? Intermediate tyres are going on for some of the drivers. Intermediate tyres. Derek up to P2. Oh, a little bit of a wobble from Derek there. These wet conditions. Oh, another wobble for Skyline. Loses 4 positions. This rain is coming down now a little bit quicker. We got a yellow flag. J-Ron, little bit of a spin. Now the rain is really picking up now. Nothing's been said about DRS being disabled yet. Snipes pits. Derek pits, Stewie pits. Skylines. What am I seeing? Skyline has not opted to pit. DRS has now effectively been disabled. 3-second time penalty for Anru. Oh, the grip level that Skyline must be feeling. Oh, I tell you what, it could be. We'll have to see what happens. He picks himself up a 3-second time penalty. Skyline does. We'll keep an eye on to see if he does decide to pull into the pits. 3-second time penalty for J-Rom. So everybody then has kind of pitted for intermediate tyres. Stewie's opted for the wets. So Stewie's opted for the wets. I think maybe they'll work, but it looks like the intermediates are that little bit quicker. But Skyline has not decided to pit. Skyline is doing maybe one of the unthinkable things I've ever seen. Running soft tyres in the wet. The gap to Snipes and Skyline is coming down pretty quick. But I will give my applause to Skyline for actually driving with a set of soft tyres on a wet track. There is Snipes. You can see Snipes is absolutely crawling the hell out of the gap to Skyline. 3-second time penalty for Lattice. Skyline's still going to go for it. Snipes up to P2, up to P1 then. Oh. Now Jack up to P3, up to P2. Ben up 4 places, up to P4. Can Ben crawl that gap down to Skyline? Let's just go and have a look. Darrig at the moment, P5, still trying to get the grip on with those intermediate tyres. Lattice in P11. What happened there? Did Lattice lose time in the pits? I'm unsure. Andrew's retired. But it won't bring out a safety car. Ben's caught up with Skyline. Skyline is going to stay out. And he's still going to try and stay with Ben, but he's not going to be able to brake in time or slow down in the corners with the soft tyres. But I applaud it. He's going, like I say, he's going to lose a few positions, but I applaud it on what he's done. Darrig now looking to try and get on the podium and take that podium off Ben. But let's quickly jump up to the top as we see Snipes then coming around the last few corners. What a race that we've had. Sharon picks up a 3-second time penalty. Snipe takes the win of round 4. Jack takes P2. It's going to be a 2-3 for McLaren. Darrig in 3rd, Ben in 4th, Scotty 5th, Mr. Carl P6, Stewie P7, Skyline down to P10, but I applaud it. He did stay out. He did opt to stay out. He didn't want to change his tyres when the rain was coming down. Mr. Carl gets driver of the day for EA. But what an absolute fantastic race we've seen. Jaron, I appreciate that, mate. I'm happy that you enjoyed the comms, mate. Thank you very, very much. Really, really do appreciate that and the support. But what a fantastic, fantastic race we've seen. Right at the end. Right at the end, it looked like that we wasn't going to see any rain at all. But by lap 27, lap 28, the rain decided to come and change everything. So Snipes then takes the win of the race. Jack Jones in P2, Darrig in P3, Ben P4, Scotty P5, Mr. Cole P6, Stewie P7, Jaron P8, Lattice P10, P9, Skyline P10, and RPR 11 with the fastest lap of the race. We did lose Ken, Kyle, GCC, El Stefano forgot his setup, and we did lose Almighty as well. But what an absolute fantastic race that we've had tonight again. Just like last week. But next week, we will be here again, and we are going to, just before I end the stream, I will let you know where we are. So next week we are at Canada, at Spain, in Catalonia, Barcelona, Catalonia, and it's a sprint race. So, until next time, this has been Rapid Pixel Racing, RPR. I've been your commentator, RL Kyra. Thanks for everyone that's watched along and commented. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Until next time, I will see you next week. Good night, everybody.